Speaker Mike Johnson. Representative Nancy Mace of South Carolina has told people she is so frustrated with the Louisiana Republican and sick of the way that he has run the House, particularly how women are treated there, that she is planning to huddle with Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia next week to discuss her lead in retiring early from Congress, reported Annie Carney. Greene, a firebrand lawmaker who spent years in the good graces with GOP leadership, announced her resignation last month, effective January, expressing frustration with the entire direction of the MAGA movement. Mace, who is currently running for governor, has become known for her alienating many of her former allies with erratic behavior. However, the report said her fury with GOP leadership is not isolated, and it's only growing more and more by the day as Republicans descend further into intra-party sniping and Democrats rack up a series of overperformances in special elections. Less than a year out from midterm elections in which Republicans' vanishingly small majority is at stake, Mr. Johnson's grasp over his gavel appears weaker than ever, as members from all corners of his conference openly complain about his leadership. Some predict that he may not last as the Speaker for the rest of his term, said the report. Republican women, in particular, have been publicly challenging Mr. Johnson and taking issue with his priorities and his style. Johnson himself only became Speaker as a result of a messy, weeks-long fight in 2023 triggered by the removal of former Speaker Kevin McCarthy by a renegade group of GOP lawmakers, including Mace herself. It is baffling to me that Nancy Mace can reflect on how much worse women are treated by GOP leadership in Congress and not realize that that is a broader systemic issue in the world and in the country that maybe a political movement like the Democratic Party could work and has worked to address. It is a level of cognitive dissonance that I cannot even understand, and it is the same level of cognitive dissonance that allows MAGA to say that they're tough on crime and they want to crack down on the elites and that they are going to release the Epstein files, but having stood in the way of it for so long. But now they can no longer do so, especially because I spoke to Robert Garcia about what the House Oversight Committee is going to be doing going forward and making sure that they are not only bringing justice to these survivors, but also, of course, causing huge problems for Mike Johnson. Congressman Robert Garcia, thank you so much for joining me. Today we saw the Oversight Committee release what was more than 150 plus images and videos that we have never seen before from Jeffrey Epstein's private island. I want to get into those contents, but first I want to start with kind of a broader question. We've seen the Oversight Committee release so many new files, emails, information, but Pam Bondi and Kash Patel seem to